Alhambra.
No, Alhambra.
Alhambra. You thought I said Bahambra?
That would be on brand for you.
Bahambra. We hate things.
Uh,
We hate things that sound like Christmas.
Okay.
I think one was called Ticket to Ride, or something like that. I don't know. 10 days in Europe. Ticket to Ride.
Okay.
So you had this one was cool, and there's a lot of other variations and stuff like that. But it was basically like you have 10 days to spend in Europe, so you can choose. What's happening? You can choose like, so let's say Ireland is blue, and then and then whatever else is like, let's say Slovakia is blue as well. So you can either go across the ocean, or your starting point is Ireland and your end point is like Slovakia or whatever. So you had to get to that point or wherever and stuff like that. So it's like you had to match the color of the country and all these things. So it was kind of cool.
Okay. So it's like you're planning your trip from Ireland to Slovakia, and
You're planning a trip, and you had to like it was color coded, and you had to cross the ocean, or you could take a plane. It was the whole thing.
Ah, okay.
Look at all those chickens.
Oh no,
Hello, hello.
it's the chicken lady. Hi, Kiki.
You don't like us no more.
No.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
She just chooses to not respond.
Well, I was also being blasted in the ear by Texas speech.
Texas speech.
Yeah. I was being asked a question through my
Is that-
chat.
I would like to ask you a question.
Surprisingly, it was like that. It was a would you rather question that is a running joke in between me and these certain group of friends. But I'm here and I'm ready to take over the stream because it's my night.
But you
I
say,
have talk conversations.
Wait. It's why?
Hold on.
Night?
My night.
did you say
Is that
did
like
you
a
say
sketch?
text to speech?
No, she did not say that at all.
No, no. Did she say on her stream that she was getting blasted by text to speech?
No.
Is that what she said? Oh.
I'm burning. No, there's no water
What?
everywhere.
What just happened?
So confused.
I found a pocket of lava.
Oh,
Well, usually if you find a pocket of lava, there's not usually gonna be water around.
Wait, the game's working?
yes.
I was like,
That's
cool,
what I
I'm
was
back in, and
saying.
everybody's getting in the game.
But I was like, it's my night. I'm taking over. Okay, first conversation.
Wait.
Hold up.
Okay. I got it. Is it your night when everybody's here?
Depending on how often, yes.
Okay. And then before I let you go, we gotta catch up. How's everybody been doing?
Good. Friday is my birthday.
Woo!
Hey. Yeah.
She's
Can I
ignoring
make a
us.
comment real quickly that was brought up in chat, and it was very funny.
Sure.
You said you ran into a lava pouch. Sounds like you ran into like a hot hockey. Oh my god, it was so
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Are you Kiki?
I'm good. I've heard information today and I'm outraged and I have to talk about it.
Okay.
Is it the Pokemon Presents?
No, but I heard that too, and having virtual trading cards, I feel like it's kind of cool.
These kids and the new virtual cards. Back in my day, they were made of cardboard.
Real quick, Taco, how do I make smooth stone slabs?
You get smooth
Stone cutter.
stone, and then take it to the cutter.
Stone cutter.
Yes. And it makes smooth stone you cook. It's regular stone, right?
Yes.
And then to make regular stone, you cook cobble. So if you can't find
Yes.
stone, you cook cobble. You cook it. You cook the cooked stone.
Do we have smooth stone or?
We should. If
Okay.
not,
Probably not.
we should. We might actually have like a ton of slabs somewhere.
Probably not. I feel like I used slab somewhere. I don't remember where.
But yeah, we have all of the precursors to slabs.
Ah,
We have all the steps to get to the slabs. You just have to follow them first.
Yeah.
but did you know how to return the slab?
You put two on top of each other. But then again, you'll get a line in between. If you don't like that line, then no, you can't undo it. We're not that dude who remakes everything from its final product on TikTok.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a guy, he'll like go and take like a final product or something and remake it back into its like original form.
Sounds like a waste of time.
It is, but it's interesting. Like one of them, he took like, you know, like those old timey erasers, and he like, and when you erase
pink
it, they
one?
go into like,
The pink ones that tear up your
Not
paper.
not the pink one, but it's like the white one.
There's
Or at
white
least for
erasers?
this situation, he used the white one.
Oh, okay.
Or even better, he did ramen. Like he made ramen all the way to the final product, and then he remade it all the way back to the package. He even remade the packages.
I won't be impressed until he does that with the human.
Oh
Uh,
god.
oh, I feel like that's crossing a lot of lines somewhere.
Yeah.
Look, if Full Metal Alchemist has taught me anything, is that it's possible.
So, my thing I'm outraged about. So Wendy's recently announced. No,
Is this
you
the-
went
okay,
too slow,
we-
and now we're at this point where
Because
we're
nobody-
signatures think it's okay,
Okay,
to remake humans.
Okay.
No,
go
you
at
have
your,
to
go at your outrage, and then we'll continue with the catch up.
You have to unmake it.
What did
So
Wendy's do?
Wendy's announced. I was listening to the radio, or was I listening to TikTok? I don't
The-
know.
TikTok.
It was most likely TikTok. They announced that they're about to spend like billions of dollars on the services that like
They're doing
Like,
crunch pricing.
surge pricing. Yes. In 2025. And so like during like the busy times of the day, your sandwich is going to cost more just because it's like the busier time of the day.
It's
That's
gonna
why
be
I go off peak hours.
well. It's gonna be awesome just watching Wendy's collapse because nobody's gonna be like Wendy's is not that good. It's not worth. It's not worth its original price. It's sure as hell not gonna be worth its search pricing.
Yeah, because it's like, if then when people are going to figure out when the peak hours are, then they're just going to order on the non-peak hours, and then the non-peak hours are going to be the peak hours, and then everything is just going to be surge priced.
Is Wendy's that good?
I mean, I like Wendy's better than McDonald's.
I
Same.
mean,
So
that's not-
So, in my opinion, business thinking. Yeah, there's a lot of things that do surge pricing, and it makes sense, but they're doing it backwards. Surge pricing is to get people is for payroll, so you can get people to come in to do the job. They may be doing surge pricing like a toll road or something like that.
I hate that.
But that's
No, they're doing surge pricing like rideshare surge pricing. Like how certain times of the day it might cost more for you to get a Uber or a Lyft. That kind of surge pricing.
yeah, yeah. That's the same. That's the same thing that the toll road does.
Really?
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
like when there's nobody on the toll road, they're like I guess 50 cents, and then when it's like 5 p.m., there's like $7.
I drove
I
by.
don't
I
use
drove
them.
by the toll road today, and there was one part of it was, the first part of it was like $10 and some change, and then the second part of it was $15 and some change. So it cost you $16, almost $17 just to take the toll road.
Yeah, New Jersey to New York, the George Washington Bridge or the toll roads between those, they're pretty expensive, and especially like on like during peak hours, it's pretty pricey.
Yeah,
I don't
so
have any toll roads around here. I only see toll roads whenever I like go out of town somewhere north.
yeah, and that's interesting that they're like taking the toll road / rideshare approach, because what that is doing is deterring people from using it. They're like, hey, we can't handle it. Let's make it more expensive so y'all can go do something else.
Go to McDonald's. instead of
Yeah,
us.
so I'm like,
Ugh.
is it a employee well-being kind of thing? Like,
Absolutely not.
Is it
No,
a-
they're
Here's
not
employee
thinking about it.
well-being thing. Just pay them more money.
No, yeah, exactly.
My well-being, I can pay for myself. If you want to give me a livable wage.
Because their wages aren't going to go up. They're not going to be like, well, with the surge pricing, we'll be able to pay more. They're just going to
surge pricing but not surge pay?
It's exactly
Yes.
They should do
It's the same
both.
thing with. It's the same
That-
thing with groceries. All the grocery prices want to go up, but where's the money going? It's not more expensive to get the stuff, and it's not going to the employees for sure. Well,
Yeah, because they got everybody doing self checkout anyway. So if anything, I should be getting a discount because I'm already doing part of the work. What the fuck?
yeah.
How you gonna raise the prices and then fire the people and be like, oh, you gotta check out your own stuff? And then they're mad when people steal stuff. Like, well, yeah, I'm gonna steal. You leave me the opportunity to take stuff, you damn right I'm gonna take it. It's y'all's fault for being lazy.
There's also why people in Walmart are saying like that has gone up because everybody has to do freaking the self checkout. Yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna go up.
Oh,
Yeah, and the only thing that's stopping me from getting caught is an elderly person at the door asking for my receipt. I will run over that old person. That's your fault for being in my way.
like, for real. One day, I was at Walmart, and it was I was about to pick Rary up from work, so it was like almost 5, and I forget. On certain days out of the week, it's fine, but this day it was not fine, and I was like, oh, I need to grab this one thing, and I go to the lines, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I see somebody with a full cart of groceries, and they like, when it came around the corner and like looked at the line, and they just turned towards the door and walked out, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
What
Dang.
the fuck?
Kudos to that guy. I give him all the credit in the world. I hope
It is
I hope
not-
he had a wonderful day that day, and nothing but good things happened to him.
He was like, not even, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna leave. He's like, no, I need this stuff, and I'm not dealing with that. It just,
Win-win. That's a win-win.
I was like,
Also, I feel like
oh,
kudos to him, but
leaving.
also like Walmart is watching him now just in case.
Oh man, it was.
Because people steal from Target all the time, but now I mean I'm sure they have like case files on them.
People steal from Kroger's all the time. Like, I'll just watch people just like push whole shopping carts out there and they don't do anything about it. Because I mean, I guess they technically can't. But I don't know if they have like cases on them and stuff or remember their face and everything.
Well, yeah, you can't touch them, right? Otherwise, it's like lawsuit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that reminds me. It's weird. 'Cause, like, what was it, 2 summers ago? I was at Target, and like, there was a dude that just always came in and just like stole a couple things and then rode off on his bike, and like, they couldn't do anything about it, and like the supervisor was like pissed off because he wouldn't like directly catch him, but like he would like always see him like getting away, and then one day he like caught him like red-handed and was just standing there fuming as waiting for the guy to turn around. And I was like, I don't want to be here at this moment. I'm gonna go. Oh, is that what? You need me in the back room? I'll be over there in a second.
Well, see, that's one of those situations because it's not technically stealing until he walks out of the front door.
Yeah.
And then once he's out of the front door, like it has to be a specific type of employee to do it. So it can't just be anybody. It has to be loss prevention or security.
Yes.
So not anybody can just run out and get him.
Yeah.
So like he can watch him stealing all day long, but he can't lay a finger on him. He can call the cops, but I thought the cops were going to show up because they'll be like, well, it's not stealing until it leaves the premises. But then by the time it leaves the premises, it's too late.
Yeah, I'm wondering where that line is to where you can do something, but you can't do too much. Where it's like,
I think it's like a certain number amount where it's like you can steal a lot or whatever, but it's like I think after a certain amount, then they're like, okay, we gotta take you in and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like
I saw
a
something
certain
about that
dollar
at
amount.
Target.
Well-
Yeah, it is a legal amount. Somebody made a video about that. Like after you steal a certain amount, then the next time you come in and do that, they're allowed to like press charges and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, and I think it's a
So that just means she could steal a TV, but if you're gonna steal a TV, steal like 5 of them and then just never go back.
what was it? I think in California they set the limit to like $900 or something.
Well, in California, that's like 3 avocados. So
That's like 3 avocados.
But yeah, so we would just like steal under that limit and just keep doing it and getting away with it.
2.5.
But yeah, so I was talking more like you see somebody stealing something and like do you have to get their attention and say something, or do you become an accomplice because you watch them?
You want to be involved with that? I was about to say, like, do you want to, like, someone is stealing? Like, I mean, that's their prerogative,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's loss prevention's job to do that, but it's like if you see somebody do that, yes, of course, call loss prevention, but like,
Man,
but it's
If
like.
I'm at
You're
work,
like,
and
hey,
see
may I
somebody
help you? Like,
steal-
are you supposed to at least say, hey, may I help you or something?
depends. How much are they paying?
You know, I don't get paid enough for this, so oh,
Yeah.
you're stealing. Let me just. Oh man, this bag of rice right here is all of a sudden looking very interesting. Just look at this real quickly. Oh,
Yeah.
they're gone. I guess I don't know what happened to them. Oh well,
So
not my problem no more.
it apparently depends on the store. So I think Taka, you said $900. I think.
Yeah, I heard that was the price in California.
Yeah, one of them is 900, but New York is 1,000. California being 950.
Yeah, that's okay.
So. Also, what are you gonna do if like someone is stealing right in front of you? Really, like, okay, yes, you're stealing, but like you can't really do much about it, and I don't want to be involved with that. Like, let them do whatever.
Yeah, as like a fellow customer, you're like, I ain't none of my business. But like as a store person, I'm like, do you call? Of course, you call loss prevention. I'm assuming, but it's like, are you supposed to be like, hey, may I help you? Like, do you have to do anything, or can you just like, I wasn't here and walk around the corner?
mean, I'm sure that they'll look at it and be like, well, why didn't you let us know? And be like, well, I mean, how come I didn't get a raise last year?
Yeah, I think you're. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to like do the steps to like deter them. Like go up to them and ask like, "Hey, do you need help looking for anything?" Or like, you know, be like somebody that's like being helpful to them. But my whole spiel is like, it's 2024. There's been some stuff we've seen on the news and with certain reactions that people do. I don't know how comfortable I feel going at somebody that I know is visibly stealing nowadays.
What's up, Darwin? Welcome to the
I think at this point, I'm just looking out for my own well-being. I ain't about to be asking them,
Exactly.
hey.
Like even
Yeah.
nowadays, yeah.
Like, oh, you stealing? Okay, well, I'm just gonna let you go on your merry way. If I get to go home and you get to go home, that sounds like a good situation to me.
If you're to the
Yeah.
point where you have to steal or you're stealing, like there's a reason why you're stealing. I don't want to be involved in that.
Yeah. And like I'm in those stores you're working minimum wage. It's like it's not worth the minimum wage. You'd be like, I'll be the hero and like and end up getting hurt.
Yeah. I'm not dying for Target or Walmart or any store. Maybe for Costco. I'd die for Costco.
Apparently like it depends on your company policy. Like I guess some stores allow some people to confront them but not touch them. But so or like it depends. So yeah, company policy it depends. Yeah, when you spot a shoplifter, keep your personal safety in mind. You don't know whether the culprit simply has sticky fingers or actually has a gun or a knife. Yeah.
Yeah, that back then my supervisor was just he wanted to do something so bad. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable standing here. I'm gonna go.
So yeah, pretty much what they need are security guards because they can do everything that a regular employee can't, but I'm sure they cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the
What?
line goes for loss prevention.
Loss prevention can call people in. Because that's their whole title. That's their title. Is for that reason.
Okay.
'Cause I've had loss prevention people at some of my other jobs. They're like, all right, come on.
Now that I think about it, I don't know if it's because of being in a grocery store, but I don't think we have any form of like security or loss prevention if anything was to happen. Now that I think about it.
That's not cool.
Not at all.
Now, yeah, I'm gonna say now that we bring it up, we really don't. So I'm just now thinking about that
Maybe
one.
they're just really undercover, like you don't even know.
No, I am a person who knows basically everything in the store. And there is no security guard, as far as I know, that works at this store.
You need a pay raise, Kiki.
I am the intel person. I find out all the tea. We have tea on every Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, but I always have to get the information. It's very fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
all
but
in all,
that was the
let's just go stealing.
I don't recommend doing that.
$900.
You do you. Go for 800 and you're safe.
Or if you're going for 900, just don't ever go back.
5 2s.
Just know that you're not welcome back.
Oh no, you're welcome back.
Yeah.
Just don't go back. If you know what's good for you.
They're like, oh no, come on in. We remember you.
But yeah, so that was the thing that I heard today, and I was like, what the
Oh, shit.
shit? That's
Oh, shit.
crazy. The whole taco, the whole Wendy thing. Because if Wendy does it, it's basically going to be like how the service with Netflix talking about cracking down on like the password sharing, then all the other fast food places are going to crack down and start doing this surge thingy if it goes well. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, wait, that's so stupid.
Isn't Twitch also doing surge pricing?
Yes!
What the?
They just
fuck?
recently increased the price of like 3 different countries for Twitch subs. And I know people are already speculating when it's gonna happen to North America.
Wait.
And did I mention you that? Hold on, let me go to my guy. I got you, Taco.
Everything sounds stupid now, and I hate this world that we live in.
Where's my guy at? Where is he? Twitter. Where is he? Where is he? Zach, there we go. Scroll down.
Wait.
How long ago? Oh,
Also,
sub
now
price
that-
increases. So let me see. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. While you're looking for that, I was about to say, I was going to mention, yeah, once one big company makes something successful, everybody else is going to copy. They're like, oh, good job for testing that. We're going to roll it out across the whole industry.
They'll only do it if it works.
Yes.
I have a
It
feeling
most
when
likely
these,
will, because people will if they're hungry enough or they're like they want to get it, they're gonna get it regardless. So it's gonna work, and people are like, oh, okay, that works.
Like, yeah, we lost like 15% of people, but we made that 15% in money. So
I hate everything.
Okay, I got the prices. Okay, so it's in the first 3 countries that they've done it to. That is gonna be starting March 28th. Is Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom, and it's all gone up basically $1 or whatever $1 is in their currency. So like Australia was $7.99 and now $8.99. Canada was $6.99 now $7.99, and United Kingdom was $3.99 and now $4.99. And there's also videos of people talking with somebody who works at Twitch, and they have confirmed that it will be going up in the United States later this year.
So going up, not surge pricing.
Not surge pricing, no, but the prices will be going up though.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, it's been $5 forever, so I get that.
Ye.
$5 foot longs.
I don't know how they even do surge pricing on Twitch at the very least. Only
No.
increase the prices of sub when people are doing subathons.
I'm like, that would be the worst. They're like, you're like, you want to stop the sub train? Make it more expensive.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that would literally just kill all subathons in some way, shape, or form.
Day 6 of our week-long subathon. 0 subs because they're $30 each.
Don't say it too loud. They might take your idea.
Yep. Oh, we came up with this original idea that we're going to do some surge pricing on Twitch subs now.
The
And
sole
also
original
bits.
idea. The sole original idea of like, hey, let's just raise our prices. Nobody's ever done that before. Let's just keep raising prices.
Mm-hmm.
Burp.
Yeah, but signature is here. So I'm also wanted to do the butthole questions.
Okay, so we've done. How was your weekend, Kiki? I can't remember. You said it was good.
Yes, I spent 3 days making croissants.
See, there
Croissant.
we go.
Croissant.
3 days.
I thought you said 10 hours.
No, there was a whole bunch. There was like 2 10-hour processes in the middle of me making these dang croissants. But
Oh, wait,
it,
you
3 days.
You didn't just grab like a Pillsbury Doughboy can and just pop it open?
No, I made them from scratch.
And they, when are mine arriving in the mail?
They're not. That's the thing.
Aw.
It's like I have like a list of like pros and cons from it. It's honestly like everybody talks about how hard it is to make croissants. They're actually not that hard. Now that I've actually finished them and everything, I'm
Croissants.
just if I wasn't such a not really perfectionist, but kind of like a perfectionist. If I wasn't such a perfectionist when it comes to making sure it's if it says a 14 by 17 slab of dough, I have a ruler there making sure it's exactly 14 by 17, even if it doesn't have to be that, because I'm just going to cut it up into 3 strips and then cut those in the in the triangles, just to make sure I can make the croissant kind of, because, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you follow like all the other steps.
Croissants.
But it was time consuming because first off, the recipe said it was only going to take 24 hours. So not realizing and reading everything, I should have done that first. I should have actually read through the whole entire recipe, but I didn't.
Croissants.
I started halfway through the day on the first day. That was my mistake. Because I got to step 3 and it was all like, let dough rest in the refrigerator for 4 to 12 hours. And I'm like, oh, okay. Threw it in the refrigerator at like 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, I'll do this after work tomorrow. Come in And this, mind you, this was step 3 out of 24.
There's 24 steps.
Yeah.
Too many damn steps.
And then I took it out and I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna be making some croissants tonight. Step like 4 through 20 was take the dough out, roll the dough out, put the dough in the freezer, put the dough in the refrigerator, take the dough back out, fold the dough, roll it out, put the dough in the freezer, put the dough in the refrigerator, take the dough back out, fold the dough, put the dough in the freezer, put the dough in the refrigerator. And every time I had to put the dough in the freezer and refrigerator, that was an hour and 20 minutes each time, because you can't let it warm up, so you got to let it cool down. And so you got to put it in the refrigerator after you handle it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I did not
then-
know that.
All that for
Yeah,
some croissants.
Yes, because because you're folding butter in the dough.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You want it to stay
And
solid.
yeah, and if
Oh,
you
crap.
let it warm up too much, the yeast will start to activate and get air in the dough and stuff. So that's why you want the yeast to kind of stay more dormant.
That too. Okay.
And so after, when I got to like the final slab that was going to be cut into the 4 strips and then cut into like the 8 croissants, it's like put back in the refrigerator for 8 to 12 hours. I'm like, at this point, after I had done all of this, because I did this right after work, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oof.
And I'm like, okay, well, this ain't getting done until the next day after work.
So are you supposed to like get up at like 1 in the morning and try to do the whole thing?
Yeah. Or at least, if not 1, I'm supposed to get up at least at like 6 in the morning. And that first resting period, it says a minimum of at least 4 hours. So I guess if I want to get everything done that first day, I would do it after 4 hours to get everything else done.
That sounds way more complicated than smoking a brisket.
But the thing is, smoking a brisket, all you have to do is put the seasoning on the brisket.
The
Brisket?
biscuit?
I don't know why it's a biscuit. Put the seasoning on the brisket and then put it on a smoker and then set a timer and just double check it and then open it up.
What are you talking? You gotta do heat control. You're constantly monitoring the flame. You're
Yeah, but
you're
at this
checking for
point,
juiciness.
there's grills that can always constantly stay the same temperature, and
but
if
it-
not, there's alarms on the grills that
it
will tell
doesn't-
you, hey, it's too hot.
Yeah,
do
but you
something about
gotta
it.
know how to control it. You gotta know how to work it. You gotta have the right amount of wood. You gotta be taking it in, taking it out. You're making sure it's not drying out. You gotta pull it out to wrap it. I mean, there's some work, but I'd rather do that than have to roll dough every 4 hours.
I think it's still the same concept.
Glory's
though.
done, Taco.
It is, but
Okay.
man, like hearing all the things you had to do for croissants, I'm like, I'll stick to the brisket. Because I already know what to do now with brisket.
Speaking of brisket,
Oh yeah.
I went to a baby shower this weekend.
I was like, how did that have to deal with brisket?
The baby was the brisket. It was
Oh,
a brisket
no.
baby
It was very tender. It was a very tender baby. It stopped screaming after an hour.
Yeah. And they served brisket. The food.
shower. Was it like a gender reveal or?
It was a baby shower.
Oh.
I didn't know a baby shower that served brisket. Shoot, I've been going to the wrong baby showers.
Right.
Damn, you should have come to this one. It would have been real fun.
Oh yeah. I do want to apologize, Taco, because I wasn't able to go sit down and talk to you. Every time I try to sit down and talk to somebody, I got pulled in a different direction, so I was running around the whole time.
I totally understand. Actually, in Discord, I'm gonna ask you.
There was some leftover. There was some brisket left over after the baby shower too, and we made sandwiches out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed that was interesting was I've had like the type of beans that have like the little tomatoes in it.
Yeah.
But it
Beans
was
that
like-
have tomatoes in it?
Yeah, it's
The green beans.
well, yeah, I've had it
Oh.
with pinto beans.
Oh.
Or is it pinto beans or is it a different type of bean?
I think they're pinto beans. Either pinto beans or charo beans, but I'm pretty sure they're pinto beans.
Charo might make it more sense. But yeah, I've had it that way. I've never had the same like that style with green beans. So I have another way that I like green beans.
Yeah, those green beans are really good. That man, all of that food ended up coming out really good. We were surprised.
Yeah. But I think that's the second baby shower I've ever been to.
Well, yeah, because baby showers usually it's just like the women. The women like they get together and it's like a women's only thing, so guys usually don't show up.
That's
But-
right.
But yeah, it was like nah, everybody's gonna be there,
Cool.
and
I
everybody
guess
was
it
there.
depends on like the preference of the family, I guess. Like it can be all women, but it also like friends and family and stuff like that. So it depends.
Man, we went to a baby shower, right?
Mhm.
Because we were invited, supposedly. So we had to drive all the way to the next city, which is like 2 hours away to get there. It was on a Saturday, and I was like, man, so my whole Saturday's gone, but whatever. We get to the damn baby shower just for them to be like, oh, it's women only. So I'm sitting there, it's me and my younger brother. We went with my girlfriend, and we're just kind of like, oh, it's women only. It's women only. I didn't have to be here. I didn't have to throw away a whole Saturday. So for like 2 hours, I had to go find something to do because there was just women in the dang baby shower. And it's not like I can go home because it's 2 hours away. Oh man,
Interesting.
That's
I've
when you
never
bring
been to
your
a-
Switch and just like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna do this for a while.
I did, but I wasn't about to sit outside of a baby shower with my Switch looking weird.
I haven't heard of a baby shower that's only for women. I'm not gonna lie. Also, but I did hear this video of this guy like dissing like grown-ups who have Switches and that play games. It's like about old people playing games and stuff on Switch, and we should lead that to the younger generation and the kids.
Don't you tell that guy to mind his own damn business?
Yeah, I was about to say this is like, I love it when people are just like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. You're how old? And it's like, I don't know,
Yeah,
just
well-
like it's this.
Gatekeeping.
Like, it's fun. So like, leave me alone.
Yeah, because it was all like, you're a 30-year-old grown man and you're over here playing Kirby. Wow, you should really grow up and leave that for the kids and stuff. I'm like, if
Was it-
I,
was it-
I know I'm almost 30, but when I was a kid, I was playing Kirby games. So I'm sorry that as I've grown up, I still like Kirby and I still enjoy playing Kirby games.
Was it a kid that made that video?
No, it was another grown
It was-
adult.
Yeah, well, tell him to mind his own damn business before he get dropped. How about that? Be more concerned about other people. Shoot, maybe you should just not get punched in the face next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't get that. Cause I'm like, just because you can't afford a Switch doesn't mean you gotta try to ruin my fun.
But it
Ooh,
wasn't
Taco
a
out.
Switch.
Ooh, Taco out here calling that man broke. Poor. He ain't got no
Honestly,
money.
He wasn't even talking about the fact not being able to afford a Switch. He was
He
talking
can't
about
afford
that
it.
he understands how the Switch is supposed to be for playing games on the go, and like if you're going on a trip or something to keep yourself entertained. It was the whole spiel was being a older person and playing games that are for kids. Or in his eyes, are for kids and you should grow up and leave that for the younger generation.
Well, in his
Like,
eyes,
they can get their own Switch and
Yeah.
play their own games. It's not like
yeah,
there's one Switch allowed, and it's just like you can play whatever you want. I don't know.
he can
It's
look.
like-
He can go grab a Switch and go be miserable and boring all by all himself in the home corner.
Yes, exactly.
No, nobody got to hear what he's got to say.
We're
He can
like-
just go shut up.
I'm like, okay, fine. Let me pull out my Steam Deck. Is that more adult for you?
As he's
No, you
playing
have
those.
to be playing an
those
adult
dating
game like
sims.
Call of Duty
Why
or
was-
Black Ops or
Ah!
or Halo or something. You can't be playing Kirby
Oh,
or Mario or Minecraft because those are kid
Ah.
games.
Call of Duty's terrible.
So
What and is it?
I don't know why this hole down here is like 3 blocks deep, but I'm in these little lava columns, and I'm cleaning it up, and I'm at the bottom of the world, and I break a couple blocks and just hop in this little this little hole right here, expecting to drop 1 block. But instead, I drop 3 blocks, and the world turns entirely black.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm like, did I just fall through the bottom of my world? Is this the void? And then,
You're in the upside down.
oh man.
The void would hurt. You would know if you were in the void.
Oh, it's scared. Because I'm like, I'm like surrounded by freaking bedrock, and I fell through where I thought I was going to fall. I'm going to fill this up, and I'm going to get out of here.
And then on a different note, I had Am I the Butthole questions ready. Got signatures here. Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't realize who the baby shower was for.
What was the
Is it
Wait,
for you?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
What?
Yeah, I thought y'all would have figured it out that we were at the
What?
at the same baby shower.
We got our
I
first
just assumed it was-
takoyaki baby.
I just assumed it was like a random baby shower.
Yeah, me and
Congrats.
Taco just break into some baby shower, just like, yeah, we don't know nobody. But we heard
I
there
mean, it was like a
kid-
friend. Like I guess you're friends, but I don't know. That's cool.
No, I like the idea of us just like wedding crashers, but it's just
Baby shower crashers.
You want to know? Did I add? There's a Am I the Butthole question. Did I add that? Oh, I don't think I pulled that one in yet. Ah, shoot. That
Thanks,
follows that
Juan.
whole entire situation. It's hilarious. Let me see. Do I have that one? No, I think that's a recent one. I just. Ah, dang, I don't. I have to pull that up next time.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that literally that whole entire situation would fit this Am I the Butthole question that I found. But I have other ones. They're really good. My list is very long and it's growing every day.
All right. Oh, we done got all the catch-up questions done. Go ahead and fire away.
Okay. Let's see. Well, which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, this one.
Very scientific.
Am I the butthole for going on vacation without my husband? My husband, 32 male, and I, 29 female, planned a week vacation in New Orleans in the U.S. We, but mostly I, have been planning this for months. Back in March, I told him I would plan most of it, where to go, and what to do, as all females usually do.
Mm-hmm. I was
All
ready to tell
he
you what
had
to
to do was make sure he was off the week and buy the plane tickets.
Ooh,
I
yes.
spent the last few months researching what to do. I booked the hotel, made the reservations at places we wanted to try. I made a list of all the sites I wanted to see. Every few weeks, I would check in with my husband to see if he had asked off and bought the tickets. Yet, he would say he was waiting for the plane ticket prices to go down.
Mm-mm.
That never happens, but
Then that
okay.
doesn't even make sense. You wait for the prices to go down closer to the date that you got to fly out. It doesn't happen that way.
It kind of does.
What?
Sometimes if
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
open spaces, but that's
Well,
you're playing
yeah.
like a risky game.
Let's dive. I'm curious about this, but yes. Well, I guess you know what we didn't already. So, I'm trying to plan a trip, and I looked at it 3 months out from when I wanted to go, and everything was perfectly priced. And then I look at it a month later, and everything's double the price. So then I'm like, okay, cool. What about later in the year, like 6 months out, and it's double the price? So there's like a sweet spot of around.
I don't know.
Wait
I've
for-
always seen the closer to the date, the sooner that you got to fly out, the more expensive it is because it's a last minute purchase.
Yeah, if you go too far in advance, they're like, "Hey, buddy, like, why are you making us do this extra work? Here's our standard price." And then, like Kiki said, when they're trying to fill seats and stuff like that, around 3 months, that's when they start like massaging the prices, and that's when you can get all the best deals. And
Yeah,
then,
but that you're going to New Orleans. When is that never gonna not? That's like a touristy spot.
well, me,
It's
I'm
always gonna be. Oh, go ahead.
I'm looking to go back to Vegas again, so that's also a place
Ooh.
that people go to a lot.
That is true.
Yeah, so that's from the times that we've gone. That's my whole thing that I'm starting to learn. 6 months out is too far ahead, and they're like, "Hey," and then around 3 months or so, they're like, "That's the sweet spot." That's when they start doing all the deals and everything. And then anything shorter than that, the price just starts skyrocketing.
Jeez.
My thing when it comes to plane tickets is I only ever look. I look when because Southwest does it. I think 6 months in advance. Or no, they go 6 months in the year, into the year from like whenever you can do it, or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
And so the only time I ever look is when that time's that I'm trying to go first opens up. B, because they constantly always have sales. So I always look during those sale periods. And then C, midway throughout the summer is when they do their biggest sale. And that's also when I usually buy my TwitchCon ticket. And so I always do it during the biggest sale of the year, technically for them.
Wait, so when are we doing the TwitchCon face reveal, first meet and greet, live stream, croissant bake fest extravaganza?
I looked, and it's double, almost triple what I was thinking, and I don't know. So
Oh god.
if you know some stuff and can help, then
If I know we can still drive there.
But yeah, it's also
Really?
that 6 month out thing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then also
But
they,
I mean,
they already announced the hotels and like everything's filling up. So all the close
And
stuff.
even if it's not this year, they've also announced like it's a contract, so it's gonna be there for like I can't remember like what the next 3 years, I think 3 or 4 years. So even if it doesn't happen this year, you'll know where it is for the next like few
I
years.
hope they do it
so,
in New York one year. That'd be cool.
it would be.
Just because I'm close. So it's just selfishly.
It
They
would
did it in
be.
my backyard. That'd be so
Yeah.
convenient.
Right.
But yeah, that's also like another reason why like a lot of people are like not happy that they're doing a contract because they enjoyed when TwitchCon would jump around because they would be able to like check out other
around.
areas. But
Yeah.
right now I know it's gonna be in San
Oh.
Diego for at least the next I think 2
Ugh.
or 3 years.
Can we all just agree that California is just not a good state to go to?
Yeah, I had a buddy.
Ah,
He did a lot of like movie work, like production assistants and stuff, and he said it's like really rough, and he burnt out really quick, and he eventually moved back to here. But it was just like, yeah, movie stuff over there is pretty intense.
Ugh.
Everything there is pretty intense. Everything expensive, and yeah.
sometimes the ground moves. And it's like,
Yeah, not a fan of that.
it's like,
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
thing that's going on right now. All that weather, there's a whole bunch of mudslides in the basically the coast places are all like washing away and stuff.
The ground moves, it's dry and it's on fire.
Basically.
And sometimes,
But-
and right now it's wet for some reason.
And all the houses are like $8 million.
Oh, the back to the am I the butthole thing. Okay, so let's see. Every few weeks, I would check in with my husband to see if he had asked off and bought the tickets. Yet he would say he was waiting for the plane ticket prices to go down. 3 weeks ago, I reminded him again, and he said that he had got off of work for the days, but had forgotten to get the tickets. He looked online, and the tickets were close to $1,500 a ticket.
Yep. 3 weeks
Damn.
out. That makes perfect sense.
He said that he was going to wait some more to see if they would go down.
No.
Last week, I asked him if he had bought them yet, and he said no. He looked again, and the prices were still high. He said he wasn't willing to spend that much money on them and asked how much money I would lose if I just canceled everything instead. He offered to have a nice staycation instead. I told him I was not willing to cancel everything because I spent so much time planning it. We argued and we didn't come to a conclusion. I wound up buying just one ticket for myself, and when I flew out Saturday, I told him I was still going, and he acted all surprised that I didn't want to stay home with him. I am in New Orleans now, and he is blowing up my phone saying that I am the butthole for still going without him. He was trying to get a ticket to come too, but I told him if he came, he is getting his own hotel room because this is now my vacation away from him. Am I the butthole?
No, you're not. Not at all.
No.
No.
Nah.
He had plenty of
Mhm.
time to be like, to buy the tickets, even though they were going to be expensive regardless. And yeah, I hope she enjoys her trip.
Yep.
Why didn't she just take over the trip too? Like,
She did. She already took over 90% of the trip stuff. He had
Yeah.
one job.
Yeah.
Actually, he took over
Yeah.
99% of the trip
All he
stuff.
had to
had
do was
one
buy the
thing.
plane tickets and take off
Oh.
work. That's all he had to
That's
do.
all he had to do.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do.
One of them didn't even concern her. She only thing that concerned her was getting the ticket.
Someone needs to sleep.
oh.
They had dropped the ball.
For me, I'm like, I'm weird like that. I'm like, all right.
Taco, you're
Huh?
married. You're married. You should know. You're never gonna stop your wife from doing what she wants to do. If all you have is that one responsibility, you better do it. Cause she's gonna do it without you.
Yes, but then on the other side, like basically this is like a group project. And it's like,
I hate
all right.
group projects. I'm
If-
already hating
Yeah.
this. Oh, I
Yeah,
hate
Yeah,
it.
so I'm
you-
like, hey, did you do your part? You're like, I'll do it in like a couple weeks. You're like, okay, get it to you in a couple weeks. Hey, did you do your part? Not yet. Get back to me. And I'm like, you're gonna give me a failing grade. I'm gonna do your part, and then we're gonna get an A.
But all you had to do
No.
was just get the plane tickets. Like, she did everything. Like, I understand it's like a group project and stuff like that, but it's like he had plenty of time, and it was just like, at a certain point, it's just like, okay, well, it's pretty much on you.
So in that same analogy, what you're saying is that if you move in with somebody and they don't pay their half of the rent, you're just gonna pay their half of the rent, so he'll never have to pay rent, so y'all don't get kicked out.
Yeah, that's no
That
thanks.
situation actually happened to me.
See?
I'm not,
Did you?
I'm not getting kicked out of my apartment. We're just gonna argue about this.
No, but are you gonna pay his half of the rent?
Not forever.
See, you did it once, you're gonna do it again. Yep.
It became a big problem. And-
No, see that.
and then
See what happened.
It became a big problem. Then it ended up being my apartment. But that's different. That's different. Like for that, they're like, okay, we agree. I'm gonna do part of this, and you're gonna do the other part. I can't do 100% because I can't ask off for work for you. So at least, like for me, I'm like, it's also our money. So whether you click buy tickets or I click buy tickets, it's our money both going into the trip. and I'm just doing one extra step.
No, but it's the commitment to show that you're willing to do the work. Also, it's a trip for both of y'all. It's not just it's a vacation for the couple. She already did 90%. You have to just bring up the last end of it to show that you're still a part of it. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're just kind of like you're checking out. It's not that important to you, and you're like already like, it's not worth me trying for our vacation, even though you did the majority of the work. You have to do one little thing. You're not, and if you can't do that one little commitment, then it's kind of like
it's on him 100%.
Yeah, she's asking you to do something, and if you can't do that, then it's like you don't really care about what she's telling you to do.
And if he had trouble with it, he should have been upfront, being like, "Oh yeah, these tickets are super expensive. Let's do something about it. Let's split it or something." So it's kind of on him for just staying quiet and like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it later. I'll do it later." And it's like later came and too expensive.
True. 100% true. I agree with that. But there's also people have strengths and weaknesses, and it's like this can't be the first time he's fucked up a vacation.
Well, then
this is one of the times where he fucked up the vacation again, and she's like, "I'm not going on this trip. I'm going on this trip even though it cost me $1,000 more than it should." This is one of those like last straw things. So I'm like, at this point, and this is just me just guessing and making up stuff, but I'm like, at this point, you should know that he's not gonna do his part. So either y'all deal with that, or you just say, I know what you're strong at, and I'm gonna give you stuff that you're strong at. I'm just gonna pick up the rest of the slack.
No, because then all that kind of behavior, all that's gonna lead to is be like, look, I don't need some guy that can't even buy tickets. This dude can't do the bare minimum, and then he's gonna find himself on that flight by himself, out of the house, out of the relationship, because he is not even doing the bare minimum to try to make this work out.
Yes,
that's what's gonna happen. So this dude is just. It's the small thing of I'm not buying the ticket, but it's the larger picture of in the relationship, this is the effort that this guy is putting in, and it's barely anything. So why am I going to stick around? She's still 20. She's young. She has plenty of life in front of her, so she can be like, I need a husband
who can buy his own fucking tickets.
so we can go have fun. Not this guy that's just going to look at a screen and then get mad when I go have fun.
I think that is the same thing. It's just approached in different ways. Because me, I'm like, I see the pattern after like asking him twice, and I'm like, all right, you're not gonna do it.
But he had only just like one job, and like he got the.
Well, he had two jobs.
Well, he got the days off work.
He had one job. He had one job.
He had two jobs.
One job.
No,
he had one job.
He had two jobs.
His one job. No, the one job was to come through for his wife. No, that was it. The one job was to come through. No, that's his job. That's his job. You come through for your wife. That's it. If you're not coming through for your wife, that's your one job as a husband, is to come through for your wife. That's what you do. And if you ain't doing that, buddy, somebody else will.
That's funny.
He's gonna get very lonely on that couch by himself. It's cheap, but it's very lonely.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's that one. Oh yeah, I forgot this was a long one. So this one right here, this is a more recent one that I came across. This one, I don't know. I know how I feel about it, but it'll be interesting to see how you guys feel about this.
Burn it all down.
It could be like that, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Am I the butthole for kicking my wife out after she punched my mom in the face?
Oh, I saw this one. Oh, yeah, I saw this one. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, yeah, this one is rough.
I can't
it's not
even
awesome, but it's
imagine
kind of awesome.
what the fuck.
This one is.
This makes me uncomfortable.
No, I am Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. Go for it, Kiki.
My situation went from bad to worse in a matter of a week. I don't know where else to turn. I need to know if I was wrong. Possibly a validation thing because life is freaking dumb right now. My wife and I have been together for 8 years and she just gave birth to our first and last baby 2 months ago.
She
Up
punched my
until
mom.
my wife got pregnant, my mom loved her. I'm not sure what the F is wrong with my mom or why the switch up happened, but after my wife got pregnant, my mom started being very clingy to me and started avoiding my wife at all costs. Told everyone she wasn't excited about the pregnancy, etc. I threatened to go no contact with her when my wife was about 7 months along, and after that, she snapped out of it for the most part and stopped being ignorant. The comment 100% stopped at least, though she is still clingy to me. Now, a week ago, my mom, my sister, my sister's husband, and my sister's daughter, 12, came over for dinner. I prepared the meal. Before my wife could eat anything, our daughter got fussy, so my wife excused herself to go feed the baby and get her down to sleep. I thought I prepared enough, but apparently not because my niece was still starving, air quotation. She's 5'5" and 190 pounds. I haven't seen her in a year, and she was not that size then, so I didn't exactly portion in an extra 3 helpings for a child.
I'm sorry. He said she is 12 years old, 5'5", and 190 pounds.
Yes.
You know,
What
she's
the-
playing for the New York Jets.
Apparently, man. She's almost as big as I am. 190 pounds?
Yeah, so he hadn't seen her in a year, so he didn't exactly portion enough food for her. So he said, that's on me. I apologized and told her that I hadn't made any more and offered her crackers as I was putting my wife's portion in the fridge. After that, I just went outside with my sister's husband to smoke a cigarette and shoot the breeze. Didn't think anything of it because then I hear yelling from inside. When I walked in, my wife and my mom were screaming at each other. Apparently, my mom, who saw me put my wife's food away, gave my niece my wife's portion of food. As I was walking inside, I heard my mom say, "Looks like you can afford to skip a meal," and slapped my wife's stomach. Right as I get ready to step in, literally fast walking towards them, yelling enough, my wife winds back and punches my mom square in the face and drops her. The whole house went silent outside of my mom crying, holding her face. I told everybody to get the F out. Immediately, everybody leaves and my wife just turns towards the counter and leans with her hands on the counter and face down, eyes closed. I looked at my wife and say, "You too, leave now." She says, "Really?" She's crying at this point. I say a clipped "yep," and she packs up her and the baby and leaves. I text her that night saying I just needed space. I needed to decompress and come to the terms with what just happened.
Then you
She
leave.
doesn't.
Yeah, then you leave. You know, kick your wife and the baby out. I need some space, so you need to leave the house. Take the baby.
But
She-
the mom, his mom, what she did was not good.
Yeah, was there
No,
still more,
no.
Kiki?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, I got heated.
She doesn't respond. The next 5 days, I'm texting and calling, and I get nothing. She shows up here today,
Yep.
so 8 days later, and hands me divorce papers and my baby and says,
Ooh.
"Here, you have a bit to hang on to with her while I pack." Where I'm breastfeeding, we can work out a visitation schedule that is either at your place or my mother's until she takes a bottle. I told her that that's not what I wanted. I don't want to separate. I just needed time to process her punching my mother in the face. She said, "You needed time to process gave me time to process the fact that I refused to be in this situation any longer." I defended myself. I initially felt bad and remorseful, but you making me leave when I needed you made me see more clear. I'm done. I'm sorry for what I did, but there is no fixing this. She refused to speak to me at all the rest of the time that she was here. My house feels so empty, but I don't know what to do. Am I the butthole for making her leave after she punched my mom? I just needed some freaking space. And
Oh, yeah.
then there is 2 add-ons.
Edits.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's 2 edits. He said, for the record, I am team wife. My mom deserved it wholeheartedly, and I blocked her completely from my life. I literally just needed time to process what happened. My wife is a lot of things. Violent is not one of them. So this came completely out of left field and would not have happened without her being provoked. After it all happened, my wife sent me a text saying, I told you she was crazy. That fat bee doesn't belong in our life. I'm willing to bet she purposely tried setting my wife up. So no, I am on my wife's side 100%. I truly just needed time to process what happened, and my wife took it as me
go
giving up
sleep.
on her, not defending her and throwing her and our baby out, which did essentially happen because I knew she had to take the baby with her when I kicked her out. And then the second edit is the reason why I did that was because my dad was stupid abusive. I was beat. My sister and my brother was beat. My mom was put in the hospital multiple times. It took years for police to enforce restraining orders, and he finally died in 2013. Violence scares the F out of me. I clammed up and get anxious around violence of any kind. My wife knows this, and she too grew up with a violent stepdad, and she gets just as anxious and panicky around violence. Her punching my mom in the face triggered an anxiety response, and I needed her gone in the moment. I needed it far away from me. I don't know why I didn't just leave. I could have, but in that moment, I just let my emotions and fear run the whole freaking circus and told everyone to get out. Her included. My mom did slap her first. I guess for some reason I was seeing my wife punch as being worse than the slap. It wasn't a hard slap, but my wife did kind of wince looking back at it now. She was following, but my mom was bleeding. Split her eyebrows open and good shape. I don't know. Thanks for the response. Am I the butthole?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that when things trigger you, you make poor decisions, but that I can't
Yeah.
let that slide.
I just don't understand how, in that situation, you tell your wife to leave. Like,
Yeah, it's not the wife's fault.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so let's say he left instead. Is that still equally bad?
I mean, he needed space just like to calm everything down. So if he left, I feel like maybe it would have been better, but at the same time, I don't want to be a part of that family where a mother is like constantly making fun of my wife and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Well, I was just saying, just for the close family, like him leaving a wife and a newborn.
It's not like he's gonna go like forever. He was just needed a day to like decompress.
Yeah, he
Like,
said
I'm just gonna go here for a day. Let me just figure everything out, and then I'll come back.
I mean, it didn't even have to be a day, but he had enough time to explain to her that he needed some space. So how is it that he couldn't be like, hey, I need some space. I'm gonna step out. Like anything. Like, hey, I need some. Like, he could have walked out and be like, I need some space, and just walked out the door. And he would have come back. I mean, it's his house. He's gonna come back. But pushing out the wife and the kid in that situation just was. I don't understand how.
Taco, by the way, sorry.
No. I don't understand how that was his go-to response.
Yeah,
just like he says, I'm on the wife's side too. It's so
Fluffy.
It sucks how people can treat other people.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm like, you have a 12-year-old that's like almost 200 pounds, and then you slap the wife's stomach who just gave birth and was like,
yeah,
you can skip a meal. I'm like,
Once you look at the fat grandkid that's out here trying to play linebacker.
Actually, family friend, she just gave birth and the baby was like 7 pounds, and I was like, that's a big baby.
That's a big baby. But that's a baby.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. I feel like that whole family dynamic is just it was just off.
Yeah, the mom is, yeah.
Yeah, the mom is uncalled for. I'm sure she's going through some stuff. I mean, given that he also added on that his dad was abusive and all that stuff, I'm sure she's got some stuff that she needed to work through, and she let it out all in the wrong way. And apparently it's just like all piled on, and then at that moment it all came to a head and kind of blew up.
Yeah, once you add that in there, I'm wondering like how much of the guy's relationship with his wife like affects the mom.
Yeah.
Because it's like, was she always terrible and then she got better and then she got terrible again, or was it?
She was always terrible, and he just now realized it.
Yeah.
Man, there's a situation like that with one of my friends and his wife, and when they had their first kid, it was similar to that. Like the wife's mother just like while they were married without the children, that was fine. As soon as they had their first child, like the mother became what seemed like a whole different person. And you know, I was talking to them one night, and she was just like, "Look, I like looking back, I'm just starting to see now she's always been this way." And I just kind of accepted it. But now that I have a child, like it's like I'm not standing for it. So now we're fighting all of the time, and like it's kind of weird where there's a dynamic shift, and then you can see all of the same things you saw before, but you see it through different lens, I guess, from a different perspective, and you see just how either good or bad all of that actually was.
One side thing real quick. Hey, Juan?
Yes.
So now that you laid down the floor, I can
Yes.
actually like line things up properly.
Yes.
And the lava is off
Okay.
on the entire thing.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oof, I had a feeling you were about to say something's off.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm done with the ceiling, I'm done with the floor. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me look down at this part that I haven't touched yet. And I'm like looking down, and I'm like, the lava is above the cobble. The lava is above the cobble. On this side, the lava is above the cobble. On the side that I'm working at, the lava is centered in between the the cobble. And I'm like, ah,
One
shit.
of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
What do you
Luckily-
think, Kiki, about that one?
Oh, he was definitely the butthole. 'Cause first off, 2 months after just giving birth, there is still a lot of hormones going through this woman.
Yes.
If anything, he should have left. No, it's the wife needs to be in the house with the baby. Too many hormones going on. If she has also dealt with violence, it was probably the last resort. She would have not have done it, especially also being somebody who has also dealt with being having to deal with abusive people and stuff. And so it probably took a lot out of her. But at that point, your mom basically just called her fat after just giving birth to the baby, and there is a lot going on in her head. And so, yeah, 100% totally the butthole in this situation.
Oh yeah.
Also,
As a matter of fact, I hope he ends up on the sofa next to the guy that couldn't buy a damn plane ticket, because both of them messing up.
Yes.
Also, all he had left over for food is some crackers.
Yeah. I mean, I had no clue. At that
think
point,
it
I
was
feel
just-
like
Just like he didn't want to feed her like a whole other meal. It was just like, here, have some snacks.
You can't have none of my
Yeah.
good food.
or didn't want to make more stuff. Because if she was still hungry, probably could have, like, when they got home, fed her something else.
I'm like, this is a current story, right? Y'all got DoorDash, like. DoorDash. or something?
I don't think he wanted to spend money on.
I'm not about to spend money on DoorDash. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I would have gave her something like that too, in my opinion. I ain't a DoorDash person. DoorDash is too dang expensive. They ain't getting my money. Too many dang fees. Why do I gotta pay this fee, that fee, and tip them and this and that? My $1 thing is now $10. I can just go and get it myself.
Mhm.
So
Ain't that the
expensive
truth?
for no reason.
Man, there's guys at work that DoorDash or get Jimmy John's delivered every day.
Eesh.
But they also they'll do that for lunch. But sometimes when they're hungry, they'll also get breakfast DoorDash to the site. And I'm sitting there just looking at, just going like, man, look at all that money go away, because I know it's not cheap. I know it's not cheap. So for like a little sandwich or a little Chick-fil-A sandwich, or you're like, man, you spent $20 on that. I know you did. Another $20 on the sandwich. You're dropping $40 just on food. And then they still buy drinks and other stuff. I'm like, man, y'all gotta be rich.
Or they're in debt. They're most likely using their credit card for it, and
No,
Yeah.
it's the superintendents and the
Oh.
project managers. So
Oh,
Always a
yeah.
convenience.
oh yeah, they got money. Yeah, it's
Like I'm making a little bit of money, and I'm still like, nah, I'm bringing my lunch.
it's another business thought thing. It's like it's one of those things where it's like once you get to a certain like level, your time is worth more than you actually doing things.
Well, they're getting paid regardless. They don't have to clock out for lunch.
Yeah. That makes it even easier. Where it's like, yeah, I don't even have to.
So like they can just go get it.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
one of them. That's what I'm saying. But it's like multiple of them they'll DoorDash or get deliveries. So you will have like, I feel bad for the Jimmy John's guys, but they'll have like 3 different Jimmy John's guys delivered to the same site.
oh, so they have to. They'd come for breakfast and they come back for lunch.
No, all for lunch, dude. You'll just have like one after another, because they all place their orders separately.
Oh,
So they'll all get, yeah.
It'd be 3 people. Have y'all ever been to like a fast food restaurant when people are like coming to pick up like DoorDash orders?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're so annoying.
Because I'm like, it's that'd be so weird. Like 3 guys like all drive up and walk into Jimmy John's, and then they're like all standing in line, and then they all pick up the 3 orders, and then they all arrive at the same place.
Dude.
Like, are you
Yeah.
following me? Quit following me.
2 people need to sleep.
Oh, that is absolutely me. Sorry.
I'm like, I'm staring down a tunnel.
I was staring at the
let's see,
menu.
I have one more.
Good.
Okay. I got time for one more.
Okay. This one's pretty short. Well, kind of. I mean, it is short, but yeah. Am I the butthole for having my mom come over so I could take a shower while she watches my newborn?
No.
How bad does
Well-
she stink?
Well, it's like, no, I guess no.
You need some
Where-
time to
where's-
yourself.
Where's the baby's daddy?
Yeah.
My husband and I had a baby 2 weeks ago. She is strictly breastfed, and not only does she cluster feed, but she also just finds comfort in being close to me. Therefore, there's not much I can do without her, and more often than not, I'm completely okay with that. But one thing that this does mean is that I don't get to shower by myself. I've showered once by myself since having her, and it's only lasted long enough for me to soap up before she starts crying and my husband was bringing her in to me. I think that was literally only all up 2 to 3 minutes. With that said, my husband, of course, hasn't had to change his life around at all. Every day and nearly every night, he is taking 30 to 60-minute uninterrupted showers, He
How is
doesn't
he doing in
understand.
the shower for that long? What the fuck?
Hey,
You know, there's
you
two different
gotta
type of
deep clean
people.
sometimes.
No,
Nah,
a
there's two
60
different
minute
type
shower.
of people. There's people that like to stay in the shower for hour on end, and then there's the people that just get in, do what they need to do, and then get out.
That's
No,
me.
what?
Yeah.
Why are you taking a shower for 60 minutes? There's no reason for anybody in this world to be standing in the shower for a whole hour. You're not doing nothing but wasting water.
I respect the fact that his hot water lasts that long.
That's true, also.
But yeah.
Ah,
So
what if he's just in there in a cold shower? It's not even a hot shower. He's just taking hour-long cold showers.
let's see, he doesn't understand the frustration I get whenever he showers. That's the only thing that bothers me. I want to shower. I want to sit under the water and relax my muscle. But like I said, every time I attempt it, the baby starts crying and he brings her into the shower with me instead of trying to calm her down himself. And he says it's because he knows that shower calms her down and he doesn't like her crying / he feels bad like it nearly makes him cry whenever she does. So I get his thought process, but it feels like a cop-out at the same time. So I called my
Oh, totally.
yeah,
is.
so true. So I called my mom and asked her to come watch the baby so I could shower and shave my legs because I've literally been attempting to shave my legs for 5 days now and it's all patchy because I keep having the baby handed off to me. I need to self-care. My husband was home when I asked my mom to come by. I didn't tell him. She shows up and takes the baby and I go to shower. My husband comes in at some point and asks why my mom is here and I tell him I asked her if she could come by so I could shower without the baby being handed off to me. He says I could have watched her. Why would you do that? And so I said, every
could have
time you watch her while I shower, she ends up in here with me within 2 minutes of me being in here because you don't even try to calm her down. Now he thinks I'm the butthole because I never told him to keep the baby out the shower, despite me specifically saying I wanted to relax and self-care multiple times. Am I the butthole? He said I've now made him look bad to my mom.
He made himself look
Some
bad.
people should take a test to be a parent or not because it's just like, I don't know. It's just she's not the butthole at all. He is.
I totally agree that she is not in the wrong.
Yeah, because I'm about to say she doesn't. It's back to like the first am I the butthole question about the husband not buying the dang plane ticket. Why do I have to tell you specifically, word for word, keep the baby out the shower? You don't
Keep
think
my
if
wife's
I go
name out
take
your
a
mouth.
shower that I want to take a shower by myself?
Yeah, that guy sucks. I'm saying that because I'm about to go into it. And if you can't take care of your baby for a long enough time for your wife to take a shower, like, I don't know, man. There's probably a bunch of other things you can't do, like wipe your butt or something.
Oh, he can. He does it in the shower.
Yeah.
that's,
hour-long showers.
that's why he's scrubbing out weeks worth of poop. I don't know. That guy just... Those two dudes suck. Watch, I'm gonna be back here in a couple of months. Man, have you heard my baby cry? Oh, it don't stop. He in the shower right now.
Yeah, oh my gosh. It's just the little things like, oh, okay, this is what is so you want me to watch the baby while you shower. Okay. Oh, baby starts crying. No, I don't think I'm gonna take the time to try to calm down my baby. Here you go. I know you just stepped in the shower, but she seems to always calm down every time she goes into the shower. So obviously it must be the shower going off that's calming her down. So here you go.
And also, she gave birth like a couple of weeks ago, right? So everything is still new. So I don't know, just like bond with your baby while your wife is in the shower. Like, it's not that hard. It is probably very hard, but like.
How many showers they got?
Oh, you mean
Probably
like in the
just,
house?
Yeah.
Probably just the one.
Yeah, either one or two, I would
I was
assume.
like, we got two, so I'm like, is it the shower or is it the mom in the shower? I'm like, test it out. Like, if every time the baby can hear, like, shower in the background or something like that, and she gets upset, then like, take the baby to the other shower and like run it and see if that does it.
Well, no, it's not, because why would he take her to the shower if the shower upsets her?
No, it's,
It's
yeah,
be-
the
it's
mom.
because- yeah,
It's the
He
mom.
wants to be with the baby
Yeah.
wants to be with the mom.
Alright. Well, for me, I'm like, my whole thought process is like, like you said, try some stuff. Don't be like, she's crying again here.
Yeah, he should just try to take care of the baby.
Yeah.
He's pretty much
Like a father, like an actual father
Yeah.
should.
No, he's all like, "Oh, baby, I know you just got in the shower, but I'm over here trying to play my kids game on the Switch because this guy on TikTok said I shouldn't be doing it out in public, so I got to do it in here."
Man. Yeah. I think a lot of this is communication.
Yeah, that's the majority of like, am I the butthole and like off my chest. Like a majority of Reddit is like, I can't really communicate with my partner or whatever, and like, am I being crazy? And it's like everyone's like, no, you're not, or yes, you are. So just like if only like they talk to each other, but like communication is, I don't know, it blows my mind sometimes.
Back to life. Back to
Like
reality.
Kiki said, like, it isn't her job to explain every single thing. But I'm like, some things could be explained to a T.
But
right?
like you explain it once, and then like it
No.
should be said.
No, complex things need to be explained. Yes, taking care of your kid does not need to be explained. That comes with the whole, like, hey, we're having a baby. You're like, oh yeah, I probably got to keep this thing alive for various reasons. not like, oh, nobody told me I had to. That's not a defense in court. Like, nobody tells you not to run people over with your car, but you still do it. You still don't run people over. So if somebody's got to be that precise in their explanation to you when it comes to caring for your child, buddy, you got some other problems.
Signature makes a good point. I mean, it is like one of those things that like read between the line, understand the meaning behind the situation. Like speed limits are posted because you know it's a universal target of speed that you're supposed to go on there. If you go past it, you're gonna get in trouble. So you just automatically know I'm not supposed to do this. If your wife is taking a shower and she would like some alone time, kind of understandable. Watch the baby. I don't want the baby here in the shower with me. Like, probably
That
not
guy's
the best
probably-
example, but
That guy is probably the reason why they have to put "don't swallow" signs on absolutely everything. Because he's like, well, if they don't tell me to not eat rat poison, I'm gonna eat it.
It poisons rats, not people.
Yeah, it's called rat poison, not people poison.
Or putting glue on your hair and like, oh, like I thought this was for people, and it's like, no, it's not. Super glue on, yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
super glue.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
he sounds like he's one of those people that he's the reason why there is now a sign that says do not do such and such because it's bad. Because he didn't understand 2 + 2 = 4, and if I did this, there's consequences. And now they had to make a sign to say, do not do this because blah 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 blah.
He's the reason I can't pet the monkeys at the zoo.
Oh my gosh, that's basically how I see it. Like, Sometimes every little thing does not need to be explained.
Right. It should be common sense, but people don't have that, unfortunately.
So, not everything needs to be explained, but some things, right?
Some things, and this is not one of those situations where it needed to be explained.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of obvious, like Signature said, it's like you're a father now, so you need to take care of this baby, and let your wife or whoever just like have self-care or whatever, take a shower real quick and stuff like that. So I don't know, Taco sleep.
Oh, yeah, I'm in a tunnel, like just digging.
Oh.
See, there you go. You know I don't sleep on time. Like
That's one of the things that has to be explained.
yeah, cause I'm sitting here like I'm like all this lava is in the wrong spot. I gotta fix it, and then I'm trying to fix it, and every single tunnel over here is off by 3 blocks. So I'm like, great. So now I'm just focused on fixing these tunnels, and everybody's upstairs sleeping and like trying to sleep, and they're like, why can't I sleep? And they're like, oh yeah.
But going to sleep versus taking care of a baby are 2 different things.
Yes, but this is one of those things where y'all pick up that I'm not fully paying attention to the sleep cycle. 1, because I'm underground, but then 2, there's a pattern of me not sleeping on time. So I'm like, oh, Taco's not sleeping again. Hey, Taco, go to sleep. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I feel like some of the situations that we have talked about are like a little bit of not knowing the person you're with.
Like, I don't know. They made a baby. They got to know something about each other.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah.
Anybody can make a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, they know something about each other, all right? If they got to that point, if he's still after 9 months of being there, you gotta know something. All right. Well, I have to sign off, guys.
Cool. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank y'all very much. Yeah, thank you very much for
Congrats
having
on
me.
the baby.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Signature. Yes, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. I think I'll be here tomorrow as well, if work permits.
Cool.
Also, Taco, I reread the last line of the thing because me and my chat are arguing about communication and being clear about certain things. At the very end, she does say that she's told him multiple times that she wants to relax and do self-care. So technically, she did make the point about wanting to relax and take care of herself.
So, relax and self-care is a term. Like if I don't know, if it was like a sassy, proud woman, she would have been like, and I don't even know how to explain this, but it would be like, hey, when I get in the shower, don't bring this baby to me in 2 minutes. Like, slap him in the back of the head and be like, hey, dummy. Like, the whole I want to self-care and like all that kind of stuff. It's not being direct. Like, apparently with him, you need to be direct. We're like, do not bring this baby in the shower. And he'd be like, okay. Like, I think she's trying to be too nice, which allows him to like just not do things properly.
Yeah, but it also goes back to like the same thing as everybody like in the chat. We don't know exactly how she is, and we don't know exactly how he is. Exactly. She could be not one of those person like she's trying to go about the nice way of doing it, but she explains that, hey, I really just want to take care of myself and I want to relax. And so if anybody comes up and say I want to take care of myself, I want to relax, you assume Depending on what it is, and obviously it's the shower. She wants to do it alone. Like
she
I know there's
has
like
that
a lot of
right.
different. There's a lot of different ways about relaxing and taking self care, depending on what it's supposed to go about. And this is about her taking a shower. So if I want to relax and take a shower, and it's been 2 weeks, and so he probably knows how annoying it is to have this baby at the moment, she probably wants to take a shower by herself without the baby.
For him to give the baby up in 2 minutes, he is completely out. Like, he has no idea what he's doing, and he's trying to get rid of the baby as soon as possible. So I don't think
Yep.
I don't even think he's paying attention to what she's going through.
Yep.
Chrome just updated because my computer computer updated because of my drivers being updated. And history, there we go. Previous session. Okay.
You are not having a good day, Taco.
Yeah, Chrome's like, look at what's new in Chrome. I've moved everything around. I'm like, where is restore previous session? Okay.
Good luck with that, but
I'm
I am
fully
about
back.
to head off now, though.
Yeah, I was like, I'm finally back now. So, yeah. Have a good night, Kiki.
A good night.
Good night.
Oh, yeah. Have a good night, one.
Oh well, I guess when
Oh.
the next, the.
Oh, you're saying good night to Kiki? You're still here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, cool. I need to show you what is needs to be done.
All right, let me just finish this,
Yes.
and then I'll be.
Yeah,
It's funny with the second I might the bottle, I was like, oh yeah, that could be good for talking on for this, and I was like, huh, I wonder if I should talk about that, and then Kiki brought it up. It's like, okay, yep, it's gonna be talked about. Yep. I'm just gonna leave this there.
Oops.
I am heading down, Taco.
Cool. Yeah, luckily it's like not off by too much. So
Okay.
the left side with all the andesite doesn't have to be changed that much. But and then the other side hasn't been built, so so we don't have to tear anything down on this side either. I keep putting down the wrong material.
I'll do it next time.
Oh yeah, I just want to show you what it is.
Yeah, I'm heading over.
And then I will need to start working on the next part of this. Which is weird because it's like, I think the next part of this might be the stuff that I was like looking forward to a couple years ago. And now it's here, and I'm like, it's here.
So what do I need to do?
Okay, cool. So, all right. Oh. So I'll show you what to compare it to.
Oh, I think I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So
The empty.
yeah. So right here, these two are the last two that are built. Right. So this lava is in the middle.
Hmm.
In the middle of the donut. And then down here, the lava is on the cobble.
Oh.
So all the lava needs to be shifted over 2 blocks so it can be here instead.
Okay.
So on these sides, I've been building the little donuts here. And what
Okay.
you can do is take the lava out of this little thing right here
Okay.
and just put it down here.
I'll grab the buckets so that way I know for next time.
Yeah.
Also drop stuff off.
Yeah, and then on this other side, it's the same thing, but I haven't built the donut parts because I was working on this side. Yeah. I'm glad I lined this up properly at the beginning, and then there's a little bit of mix up over here, but everything's not too far off. Whew.
Sleep taco.
I'm like, how am I missing it?
Well, you're in the tunnel, so it's not like it doesn't show anything.
Well, no, like whenever you sleep, the little message pops up, and like if I'm in my inventory, then it pops up when I'm in my inventory, and then it won't show afterwards for some reason. But I'm like, was I just in my inventory? Like at the exact same time you started sleeping?
Okay. I'll head back down and then go from there.
Ugh! Found another little hole. Oh man. I kind of want to change my doctor's appointments to like August. I'm like, that's when I'm like full on tennis and full on eating well.
Well, tell them that. Tell them that you're like gonna be doing a lifestyle change soon.
Well, no, they know. They know. Like basically last year, I ended up doing 2 visits.
Mm.
And the second visit, my numbers were great.
That's
compared
what
to,
happened
like,
to me. Yeah.
Yeah, compared to like the previous years. And then I went to my regular, like normal checkup, because basically the other one was a follow up. It was the annual, and then it was the follow up, and the follow up was like 6 months after, and I was already like deep into tennis and stuff like that. and my numbers were great. And then now it's like coming out of the winter after the stress of the holidays and freaking like overtime at work and winter and all these like holiday desserts and stuff and hot chocolate to keep you warm, and it's just and then it's like it's still cold and the stress of the freeze, and I'm trying to do weight training and keep injuring myself, and I'm just and it's like, let's check your blood work right now. And I'm like, no.
So I think I did one.
Down here?
Yeah, at the very beginning.
There you are.
I did two. I did these two.
Yes. This is the part that I was adjusting. Over here is the busted stuff.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so we're taking this lava up here. You're scooping it out and putting it in this little pit right here.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that next time.
Good.
All right, let's see who we can make one of us.
And then actually on the other side, that's a little bit more complicated. I don't want to explain that too.
Okay.
So it's encased inside of the the thing.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
But it needs to go down here.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, yeah, I can just jump. Yeah. So start here and then work my way down.
Yes. And
Okay.
then on this side too. Like if you go a couple down, like right here, if you put the lava in the spot that it's supposed to be, it doesn't have the thing around it.
Ah.
So you
So
have to put the blocks in. Perfect. Okay, you got it. And that is, yep, that's the center of this. Perfect. Yep.
all right.
Looks like I need to start scouting for the surface stuff. Oh, man, to turn on the coordinates and like find where we're gonna need to be building, and then we're probably gonna have to build a bridge.
Ah, you haven't built a bridge in a while.
Yeah, and these are gonna be the new style bridges that may replace every single other bridge.
Oh wow, I just got an alert today that like it was 30 minutes ago, like Uber style surge pricing for fast food, it's coming and it could be the new norm. So it's like, oh, we just talked about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's an Enderman in the hallway.
That's my cue to quit.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We are going to
Save and quit. Okay.
we are going to visit. Why is hold on. Cool. We're going to visit Kelsey Lynn. She is doing Majora's Mask, I think, randomizer. So, oops, let's do it here. Let's actually spell raid correctly. Yeah. Right, everyone. Cool. You're all wonderful, you're all 1 million, and you're all one of a kind. I'll probably do something tomorrow, but these next couple days are going to be very busy, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Alright, well, it was fun as always.
Yes, always fun. Yep. Have a good night.
You too. Night. Alright, that is it for today's episode of Minecraft Power Hour. Had some good discussions going, got some progress done with the tunnel. I believe Juan can basically finish this up on his own, so I am going to be venturing on to the next part of this build. And yeah, this build is part of the infrastructure that'll be leading to the next monument. So, yeah, what I need to do is get into the stream early and scope out that clicking sound. I thought it was my chair, but it's the music. I thought my chair was about to break. Oh my god. Yeah. So I can't think if I exit out of the music. No, it doesn't. Not at all. I was just okay. Alright. Cool. Now I can think straight. Yes. I need to scope out the next part of the build so we can either start working on the big hole where the spire is gonna be, or we start working on the bridge. Because the tunnels, they'll just go right into the thing. They'll go right into the spire, and the way that they connect are in units of 9 or units of 3. So they'll be easy to transition that design into the spire. But the bridge, is different because it has a different design, and I don't know how that's gonna line up with the spire. I need to pull out my drawings. That may very well be what I do. Just start laying out, like, trace how big it's gonna be on the surface of the water, and then we just slowly work our way down, building a big old hole. Wow, it's actually here. I can't believe it. All right. As always, this is DK from Tachyot Gaming. Today with me was Keeks the Beast, Signature Boob, and the Traveling Wanderer. And as always, thank y'all for watching. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thanks for supporting the channel in any way that you do. And I will see y'all next time.